Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing well, and today I've got another make your own deck tech for you guys, and this is going to cover my dragon deck. After all, it makes sense to do a deck like this since I recently did a showcase covering all the different dragons in my game. So I want to start off this deck tech with a look at Chromatic Egg, a 1-cost dragon with its hatch ability that allows you to knock it out, and then search for another dragon character to put in your hand. So, with a combined cost of 4, 1 for the egg itself and 3 for it to activate the ability, you can get any dragon out of your deck that you want. It's pretty nice. You can even play this for free with the effect of Dragon Valley. Just with this out, you just put it into play and then activate the ability. As for other early game dragons go, we've got Young Black Dragon, who's the best of the 2-cost dragons. 3 attack, 0 defense lets it put on some pressure right away. And its Toxic Breath ability lets it put a -1/-1 counter on a character. You can reduce its stats to help it get over them more easily. The other great early game drop is Young Gold Dragon with its 3 cost, 4 attack, 2 defense. And it can pay 2 power to put a +1/+1 counter on any dragon you control. This is great for buffing all your other dragons and making them more powerful. Such as this guy right here, Shadow Dragon. 8 attack, 2 defense for 4 cost is pretty good. It has a bit of a downside in that it has to attack each turn available, but it's hard to stop that 8 power, especially coming out as early as turn 4. Or potentially turn 3, well, if you have Dragon Valley. Next is Sky Dragon, a 6-cost 5/5 dragon with the ability that when you play it, you get to bounce a character and any cards attached to it to its owner's hand. So it's it can set your opponent back a little bit. Next is the Adult Red Dragon, 6 cost with 7 attack, 5 defense. Pretty powerful, and it also has the ability when it enters play, you get to knock out a character with cost 6 or less, so it provides a nice bit of removal on it when it comes into play. The other 6-cost dragon we've got is Adult Green Dragon, 5 attack, 7 defense, and as long as it's on the field, each opponent loses 1 life at the start of each of their turns, so this can help tick your opponent's life down even faster while your dragons beat on your opponent. Adult Black Dragon is a 7-cost dragon who has a similar ability to its young counterpart in that it can put some -1/-1 counters on up to 2 characters your opponents control, allowing you to reduce more of your opposing character's stats. It also has a pretty good stat line in itself. That 9 attack is no joke. Adult Gold Dragon is the main reviver of the deck. You put it into play, and you can choose whether to return 1 dragon from your discard to your hand, or shuffle 3 dragons from your discard into your deck. So, it's nice to have that little bit of flexibility, and its stat line's not that bad either for the cost. Finally, there's No Guard Lord of Dragons, 10 cost for a 10 attack, 10 defense dragon, whose first ability gives all your other dragons +1/+1, making them even bigger. And it also gives all your other characters ward, meaning your opponents can't target them unless they attack them, which can help provide a nice bit of protection in the late game for your dragons. And how do we get our dragons out? Well, Dragon Valley is here to help with that. For 3 power, you get a terrain that states each dragon character costs 1 power less to put into play. So this will help us save a lot on power to get these dragons into play much earlier than our opponents anticipate, while freeing up some power for other things. We're also playing some of the dragon spell cards. 3 red dragons fire provides even more removal. If we control a dragon, this costs 4, and we get to knock out a character with defense 5 or less. 1 white dragon's ice to stop our opposings for attacking for the turn. It's pretty low cost if we happen to control a dragon. This coming out with a 3 power is pretty nice. And if we control multiple dragons, we gotta have Battle Rush to allow 2 of them to get in some attacks. This can help us really apply some more pressure. As for other cards, we've got 3 Steady Shot and 3 Super Coin. These are pretty nice staple cards to provide a little bit of removal and some card draw respectively. As for other dragon options, you've got Blue Dragon's Lightning for 7. This can knock out an opposing character and destroy a terrain, but if that terrain happens to be our own, we really don't want to destroy it, so it's kind of why I'm not playing it in here. Sea Dragon is a nice option as well. Lower stats for the cost, but it does have evasive, making it annoying to deal with. And then there's Akari of the Underworld. This is a collaborative card I made with Kingshoil a while back. It's actually a pretty nice card. I made the drawing based on a sketch he sent me, as well as the name. As for what this card does, it's a 5 attack, 5 defense Dragon Spirit, and its Soul Eater ability costs 3 power, and you get to remove any number of characters in your discard pile from the game and give this character an amount of attack equal to the number of characters removed from the game in this way. So it's a pretty nice finisher in this deck if you want to play it. It's a good option. There's also Adult Silver Dragon, 8 costs for an 8/8 that shuffles your hand into your deck and draws you 5 new cards on entry. It's pretty nice. Not the worst card you could be playing or the best, but I think you could definitely drop one of the black dragons for this if you wanted. There's also Adult Blue Dragon, who has the ability to deal damage to an opponent equal to the number of characters they control. It's a little expensive to activate, but it is something you can play in this deck. And the other good low-cost dragon is Young Silver Dragon, who just comes into play and draws you a card. So that's definitely a card you could play in here as well if you wanted. And that about does it for this deck tech. Thank you very much for watching. Definitely throw me a like if you enjoyed and comment below what else you want to see. I'll see you in whatever video I upload next, and take care.